Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you doing? It is early Saturday morning, and I just thought I'd pop on here. I saw an announcement on the Criterion Collection site and thought I'd come on here and share some thoughts. I'm still processing the announcement. I'm going to pop it up here on the screen here, and we'll just go through it together. And they've announced a new line of home video releases through Janus Films. It's essentially what is going on. And I find it to be pretty interesting. I'm still, like I said, still processing in my mind. Look forward to hearing thoughts in the comments section from most of you who will see this on a replay, because of course it is early Saturday morning as of the time that I'm popping on here live. And it's different times around the world, but really look forward to hearing what you think about this. Now, before I go to the Criterion site, I'm going to see if there's anyone. Oh, we see Mr. Adrian James. How are you doing? Good morning, Adrian, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Are you in the US, Adrian, or are you overseas? Let us know. But yeah, I'm on the Eastern time here in the United States. So welcome. Glad that you were able to join. I see we have Gunshi. Hello. How are you doing? Good to see you this morning. But yeah, we're gonna pop over to the Criterion Collection site. I'm only gonna be on here for a few minutes. Just wanted to, again, share my quick reactions to this very fascinating announcement from the Criterion Collection. So without any further ado, let's go over here and let me share my screen, and let's pop over to the Criterion Collection website. Let's see what's going on with our friends from the Big Apple, New York City. So when you first go to the criterion.com website, you'll see that they currently, as of the time this live stream is going up, there is a 30% off sale. I actually saw this just a few minutes ago. So Criterion is holding on their website a 30% off all discs, including pre-orders. So I'm not sure how long this is going to go on, but if you're interested in picking up some Criterion titles directly from Criterion, this might be a really good time to do that with 30% off. So that is interesting. But when you scroll up, we come to this announcement: Criterion presents Janus Contemporaries. So I'm going to go ahead and click this learn more so we can learn more about what is going on. Of course, the Criterion Collection is a subsidiary of Janus Films. So that's the relationship between the Criterion Collection and Janus Films. They're part of the same ownership. Criterion is a subsidiary of Janus Films, and they are announcing that they are presenting Janus Contemporaries. Of course, this came out on Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. And they're saying that starting this fall, they're going to join Janus Films in presenting Janus Contemporaries, a new line of home video editions of first run releases fresh from theaters following their streaming premieres on the Criterion channel. So it looks like these are going to be a new line of home video releases of films that Janus Films, who they take a lot of international cinema and they premiere them in theaters here in the United States and in North America. And then in some cases, those films goes on to the Criterion channel streaming service. So this is going to be a new line of home video releases of films that Janus Films has put out in theaters, international films, contemporary films that they've put out in theaters that will then go to the Criterion channel and have a run there for a period of time and then come out on Blu-ray and DVD. So that is very fascinating. So it says kicking off with Jerry Skolimowski's Cannes Jury Prize winner and Academy Award nominee, EO. The 2023 slate of Janus Contemporaries line will feature Jafar Panal's No Bears, Louis Garrel's The Innocent, Hilnir Palmason's Godland, Jean-Pierre and Luc Dardenne Tori and Lokita, and Felix von Groningen and Charlotte Vandermeer's The Eight Mountains. So these are the films that are featured in the upcoming lineup this fall. Here's something that you need to note. The Blu-ray and DVD editions will include new interviews with the filmmakers produced by Criterion as part of the Criterion Channel series, Meet the Filmmakers, and will retail for, and this is important, these Blu-rays will retail for $29.95. So that's in contrast to Criterion Collection. Blu-rays tend to retail for $39.95. The 4Ks retail for $49.95 typically. And then the DVDs will be $24.95. So very important to note there. So that's the price point that they're introducing. And then it just has a paragraph here saying, known for more than 65 years as the premier U.S. distributor of international art house cinema, Janus is home to many of the greatest movies ever made, from some vaunted masters as Chantal Akerman, Michelangelo Antonioni, Ingmar Bergman, whole line of directors. And from what I understand, they are a huge U.S. distributor of international art house cinema, so they'll run international films in US art houses, and then they will license some of those. The Criterion Collection, which is a subsidiary of Janus Films, will license some of those titles to release on Blu-ray. And these are a lot of these releases that we see from the Criterion Collection of a lot of these international films. And in some cases, some of these films, instead of being released under the Criterion label, they're going to be released. Some of these contemporary films are going to be released under this new umbrella called Janus Contemporaries. So pretty interesting, pretty interesting. And, I definitely note that they are introducing that lower price point. So it sounds like, I'm wondering from a supplement standpoint, it sounds like we're going to get just those interviews, sort of a slimmed down version of the supplements that you would typically see on a Criterion release, and release them out on a lower price point. So it's a way to get exposure to more international cinema, more contemporary international cinema, through this new home video label that's a partnership between the Criterion Collection and Janus Films. So very, very exciting. I'm still learning the relationship between those two, with Janus Films and the Criterion Collection, but I know that the Criterion Collection is a subsidiary of Janus Films. So it says here, over the past decade, Janus has released a steady stream of celebrated art house hits, including Academy Award winners like Paolo Sorrentini's The Great Beauty. I don't have that one yet. And Ryusuke Hamaguchi's Drive My Car. I do have that. I've done a review of Drive My Car on this channel, and it is excellent. It's over 3 hours. It's a long watch, but it is a very rewarding journey, and just absolutely phenomenal. And it says this marked the start of Janus's landmark partnership with Bespoke Theatrical Specialists Sideshow. So this is the label, or this is the logo for Janus Contemporaries. And here are the films. So you have EO, which was the winner of the Cannes Film Festival 2022, Jury Prize, nominee for the Academy Award for Best International Feature in 2023. So that is very interesting to see there. One of the most extraordinary movie-going experiences in recent years. I have not seen EO, but I do know a lot of people will be excited to see this international feature come out on this line. So that'll be interesting. You have No Bears here, winner of the Venice Film Festival from 2022, Special Jury Prize. This is Jafar Panahi's film. So that's interesting. Then you have The Innocent, which is winner of the César Awards 2023, Best Supporting Actress, Best Original Screenplay. So it says quirky, touching, and well played fun. Glenn Kenny, RogerEbert.com. You have Godland, visually striking. Okay. And it says, takes the country's colonialist past as his subject, pitting a late 19th century man of faith against a force far stronger than him, like some kind of Arctic art house, There Will Be Blood. So they're making comparisons to There Will Be Blood for Godland. So that's a pretty strong comparison. And then this Dardenne release of Tori and Lokita of this Dardenne film. So this looks interesting. I don't know what it's about, but it looks interesting by the cover. It says remarkable, suspenseful, Jean-Pierre and Luc Dardenne's strongest work in nearly a decade, while the Dardennes are rightly extolled for their low-key artistry and philosophical depth. It isn't pointed out often enough that they continue to make some of the most gripping action movies around. So this apparently is an action movie. Huh. Okay. So that's interesting. The Dardennes are French, so that's a French film. And then finally, The Eight Mountains, this journey of these two men, of these two friends, this film that was the winner of the Cannes Film Festival in 2022, the jury prize. So those are the films. And by the way, there's information on if you still have one of the site, if you have the Citizen Kane, one of the original releases on 4K, and you need to get your Citizen Kane Blu-ray disc one replaced, the information is still out there on the Criterion site. So take advantage of that. I personally have not done that. I just decided to keep my Blu-ray from that edition because I frankly don't see anything wrong with it, and I just don't want to bother with it. I'm fine with it. And I bought that Citizen Kane 4K for the 4K disc. So, and that doesn't have a problem. So I'm fine with it. But yeah, these are the releases coming up this fall from Janus Contemporaries. EO, No Bears, The Innocent, Godland, Tori and Lakita, The Eight Mountains. So I thought I'd come on here for just a few minutes and just share that announcement. I definitely, from a reaction standpoint, I think this is very fascinating. I think it's getting more international cinema in the hands of people, and I think it's great. And doing so in a way that's going to be a slightly lower price point than titles that would typically come out from the Criterion Collection. And I think it's just another way to expose people to international cinema. I will probably, consider picking up some of these depending on which ones, grab my interest. But I think the interesting, question I have in my mind is how they will distinguish which titles go on this Janus Contemporaries label and which titles will be released under the Criterion Collection label. So with a spine number. So that's what I'm not, sure about, but I think we'll get more information on that as time goes on. But right now, it looks like a pretty interesting initial lineup for Janus Contemporaries, and we shall see what else they come out with. Now we have Mr. Kenny Levels. Good morning. Yeah, we are up early this morning, Ken. I think you're on the East Coast as well. Yeah, it is pretty cool news. It is cool news. Like I said, it's getting more international cinema in the hands of people, which I am always a fan of. And that's one of the things I love about the Criterion Collection is just getting exposed, the Criterion Collection Janus films, is just getting exposed to these international films that without that label, without that ownership, so to speak, of Janus Films, the Criterion Collection, I would never have even heard of many of these films. I hear about films like, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Equalizer 3, and Dune Part 2, films that are, releasing here in the United States, but a lot of these international films we would never, hear about. And this is just a way to get exposed to those. So it's exciting. Good morning to you, Ken. Adrian saying good morning to Ken. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you watch this replay, what you think about this announcement from Janus Films. Also wanted, or from the Criterion Collection and Janus Films. And also be aware that there is a 30% off sale on the Criterion, .com website. So if you want to take advantage of that, go out there and check that out. And we're expecting to get perhaps Monday Criterion Collection's announcement of their August titles. Of course, they recently, laid out a epic epic release slate for July that I'm very excited about. So I'm not expecting a another repeat of that, but I am interested to see what they come out with or what they plan to release this coming August. So we shall see. That announcement I'm expecting to come down perhaps Monday, if not Monday, by hopefully Tuesday. So I'll come on live. I'll probably come on here live late Monday night because I have a work engagement actually Monday evening, a work dinner. So it'll be late before I'm able to come on and share my reaction to the August announcements if they come down on Monday. But if they come down on Tuesday, I may be able to pop on a little bit earlier. So stay tuned for that. We have Amos saying, I hope Criterion Janus can continue releasing films in Scorsese's World Cinema Project. Yeah, the WCP. Yeah, I still need to go through my WCP 4 set that I picked up. Pickpocket and City of Sadness are my favorite. Okay, cool. I wonder, is that part of WCP 2 or 3? The only one I have is 4. But yeah, very fascinating. So again, my reaction is I think this is great news. This is an example of getting more international films in the hands of people and just getting exposed to films from around the world and getting exposed to those films at what appears to be a lower price point option. So I am all for that. But let me know what your reaction is in the comment section below. And thanks for joining this morning. Thanks for watching this replay. Hope you have a great Saturday if you're watching this on Saturday and a great Mother's Day weekend. And I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and grandmothers and everyone out there. Hope you all have a blessed one. We got one more comment here. Good morning, all. Good morning, film fan. I'm about to sign off, but definitely appreciate you joining, appreciate everyone joining this morning, and we'll look forward to seeing you all. Great news. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it is great news, and I'm very excited about it. And for those of you catching the replay, I hope you enjoy this little announcement and my reaction to it, and look forward to hearing your comments. Drop your comments in the comments section, especially as we learn more about what this means. And we'll look forward to seeing you all next time with the movies. Have a great weekend and a great Mother's Day weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.